What's up, guys? Time to learn some economics. Here is the lecture for Module 41. So, in this module, we're going to start talking about how goods and services and money flow in and out of the country. This is going to kind of be the start when we talk about trade. I know we talked about trade a little bit when we discussed the production possibilities curve. This is going to be more like how it actually happens in a real economy. All right. So, in this lecture, we're going to talk first about the current account and all that stuff. But before we get to that, and the financial account and all that other stuff, before we get to that though, basically a country's balance of payments accounts summarizes its transactions with the rest of the world. So when you hear certain people talk about how we have a trade deficit with different countries, or we have a trade surplus with certain countries, this is what they're talking about here. So the current account, which includes the balance of payments on goods and services, together with balances on factor income and transfers. So that's typically what they're talking about when they talk about if we have a trade deficit, meaning we either export or we import more into our country from a certain country than we export to them, or if we have a trade surplus, it means we export more of our goods and services to that country. So, like I said, that's typically the most frequently cited statistic to measure trade between countries. There's also something called the financial account, which is the difference between its sales of assets to foreigners and its purchases of assets from foreigners during a given period. So it's how much money, it's like how much money is flowing in and out of the country, in a sense, from other places. So it's the money that flows in or out to buy the goods and services that flow in and out. So they should technically equal out, but that doesn't always happen. So we're just going to skip right over it. So basically how money and goods and services flow in and out of the United States. So just go and write this down kind of in that area. Money flows into the United States from the rest of the world as payments for U.S. exports of goods and services, and as payment for the use of U.S. owned factories of production, and as transfer payments. Money flows out of the United States to the rest of the world as payments for U.S. imports of goods and services, as payment for the use of foreign owned factories of production, and as transfer payments. You could draw this little circle graph here. It looks kind of like the circular flow model if you would like to, although as long as you understand it conceptually, it's not the end of the world. All right. So we can take a look at the market for loanable funds. Actually, don't worry about this. We're going to do this in class when you come in. So we're going to take a look at how market for loanable funds is impacted by foreign trade. All right, so that's it. Short lecture for today. Hope you have a good rest of your day. And if you have any questions, write them down and bring them to class tomorrow.